Very good morning, students. I hope you all are
Ah,
fine. Please mute yourselves. Okay. Before we could move for today's class, we will just revise or recall what we learned or what we studied in the last class. Okay. So what we studied or what we did last class was we did the origin, the introduction for statistics, how it was started, okay, the definition, okay, in the singular sense, okay, we have not sorry, in the plural sense we have I have explained you, and also some features, okay, as per the definition. Okay, so just a brief, we will recall it, what exactly we learned. Okay, so statistics, if we consider statistics, I said it is defined in 4 different words. That is, in Latin word, we consider it as status. Okay, I hope you remember it. In Italian word, okay, we consider it as statista. Okay, in German word, we consider it as statistic. Okay, and in French word, what we consider it as statistique. Okay, so these are the 4 words that we give for the meaning or the word statistics, and all it means what? Political. Okay, it considered as political state. So now the statistics, so the statistics can be oh no, before that, who is the father of statistics? There are two, I said two people, okay, father of statistics. Now, when we say father of statistics, we consider it as Sir Ronald A. Fisher. Okay, he is considered to be as father of statistics. And when, if I ask you who is the father of Indian statistics, who is it? It is Prashanta Chandra Mahalanobis. Okay, he is considered to be as father of Indian statistics. So, and we have learned even the definition. Okay, even we have learned the definition. So when we consider statistics, there are numerical facts and also statistical methods. Okay, numerical facts and statistical methods. So when you say numerical facts, what happens? The data what you collect will be in numbers. Okay, it will be always in quantitative data and not the qualitative data, that you have to always remember. Whereas statistical methods, it is nothing but the procedure of collecting a particular data and analyzing and giving your particular interpretation. Okay, that is statistical methods. A important definition that is given by Horace Secrist. Okay, what he says, according it also it is in the plural form. Okay, it is in the plural form, a plural definition for statistics that is given by Horace Secrist. Okay, what he says, okay, statistics is nothing but aggregate of facts. Okay, statistics is nothing but aggregate of facts. It's nothing but a group of data. It is not a particular or individual data, but a group of data, and which is affected by multiplicity of causes. So on the particular, if you consider the production of sugar, it is affected by many reasons. Okay, the demand, the supply, the price, the climatic condition, all these will be affected. Okay, aggregate of facts which is being affected by the multiplicity of causes, which is numerically expressed. Okay, this is very important, numerically expressed. Okay, I said it is always a quantitative data, not a qualitative data. Quantitative data in the which you express in numbers. Okay, which you express in numbers, whereas qualitative where you say that person is good, okay, he is bad. Okay, fourth one is enumerated or estimated according to the reasonable standard. Okay, so a reasonable standard of accuracy. So whatever data you collect or whatever interpretation you give, what it should be accurate, precise or true. Okay, you cannot give false information to the general public. Now yavaglu ond information koduvaga wrong information kodlike agala. So whatever data you collect, you should study on it and you should give or you should estimate it based on the given data, and you should give your correct interpretation. That is more important. Okay, next it should be collected in a systematic manner. Okay, so as I gave last example, morning ನೀವು ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, first ನೀವು brush ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, you will have bath and then you have your breakfast. Same way in statistics also, what you have to do, you whatever procedure you follow, it should be always systematic. First you have to collect the data, you have to present it, you have to analyze it, you have to give your interpretation. That has to be followed. Then only your data, the final conclusion or interpretation will be precise or accurate. Okay, and also it should be predetermined purpose. Okay, predetermined or predefined purpose. So what does it mean? It means you have to plan in advance, predefined or predetermined. ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, what are the methods that has to be applied for the particular study. That has to be what you say, predefined or determined. Okay, and the last one is making comparison. Okay, this is more important. Why comparison? Because statistics is all about making comparison from the given numerical data. So you have to, you should make comparison with the relative data, not the unrelated data. You cannot compare a human being, the height of a human being with a tree. You can compare only the height of a human being with one more person. Okay, or height of one man with another man. You cannot simply compare like taking, okay, I will consider height of a man with a tree. No, the comparison that you make of a numerical data should be true and it should give you the correct suggestion of, or correct interpretation. Okay, this is what we learned in the last class. Okay, in today's class we will learn about the branches of statistics, the functions of statistics, and also the limitations of statistics. Okay, so branches, limitations, and functions. Before that, we have learned the plural definition of statistics. Now we will learn the singular definition. Okay, singular definition is the first exact meaning what statistics is. So according to Croxton and Cowden, what they say is it is defined as collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data. Okay, so collection means you collect a particular group of data. Now you data collect ಮಾಡುವಾಗ it will be good as well as bad. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ data collect ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. So when you go to the field to collect coconuts, you will not see whether the coconut is the inside, whether it is good or bad. What you do, ಎಲ್ಲ coconut ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ತರ್ತೀರಾ ಮನೆಗೆ. Same way, when you collect the information, you collect all the data. It will be raw data or fresh data. Next, presentation. So presentation is as per the need and requirement. Okay, what is required? Now you bring the coconut spoon. What you do? You simply keep it. No, you cut it and put it in the hot sun. Right? If you want a oil, ನಿಮಗೆ pure 100% coconut oil ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅದು cut ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ. Okay, so what you do, even in statistics, you have to present whatever the data is collected. You have to present it. Okay, what data is required, which are the data not required. You have to segregate it. You have to present it. That is more important. After presenting, what you do, you analyze it. Okay, now you coconuts ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Then you will know which coconut is good and which has been used for the extraction of oil. Same way here, what you do in statistics, you analyze the presentation or you analyze the raw data. Input ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದು analyze ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. When you do the analysis, then only you will get the final interpretation. And when you do your analysis in statistics, you apply various methods, various techniques like correlation, regression, okay, mean, arithmetic mean, median, mode, standard deviation, all these. Okay, and you will learn all these techniques, all these statistical methods in the upcoming chapters. So in this 2 years, first and second year, all the methods whatever is there in statistics, you will be learning it. Then you will come to know what actually analysis mean and how you have to interpret it. Okay, and always it will be in a numerical data. You cannot make your interpretation based on qualitative data like good, bad. Okay, based on this you cannot give your interpretation. Only when the numbers, okay, when the data is in numerical value, then only you can make your interpretation. Okay, next one, divisions or branches of statistics. Okay, so here in statistics there are two branches: statistical methods, applied statistics. Now, what is this statistical method? Statistical method means, okay, it is also called as mathematical statistics. Why mathematical statistics? Because you apply the formulas. Okay, you apply the formulas. It is in numerical values. Okay, so what happens? You make tests. You make apply various methods and you find your conclusion. So that is mathematical statistics. Okay, something like in numbers, you apply the formula and find the final conclusion. So that is statistical mathematics. So it deals with the procedure of statistical analysis of numerical data. Again, same thing. What you do, statistics is all about you analyze the given particular raw data based on which raw numerical data. So that has to be analyzed. Statistics is all about raw data, analyzing and giving your final interpretation. Interpretation is nothing but based on the decision making. So statistics is also considered to be as tool for decision making. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ decision ತೆಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, based on your production. Consider you are making production of sugar. Okay, now you have to make a decision. Last year ಎಷ್ಟು production ಇತ್ತು, ಎಷ್ಟು demand ಇತ್ತು, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಎಷ್ಟು demand ಇದೆ. Okay, that comparison. Okay, if you have to take any particular decision, it is required. This statistics is required. So statistical methods is nothing but it is a mathematical statistics. Okay, which deals with the procedure of statistical analysis of numerical data, and also it is considered to be as a tool for decision making. Second one is applied statistics. This is just for your knowledge. Statistical methods, you should know what statistical methods means. Okay, applied statistics. Now what do you mean by applied? Apply, you applied for something. So your applied statistics is nothing but you apply the statistics into different field. Applied statistics is the application of statistical methods to concrete situation, like for industry, for agriculture, for commerce, for science, or different other fields. Okay, so you apply statistics in different fields. That is called as applied statistics. Okay, and see, they have given us some branches where the applied statistics is there. Okay, so this is very important, students, for 1 mark. Okay, for sure you will get a question from this for 1 mark. They will ask what is biometry or what is demography. Okay, so you should know. You should know each meaning of each word. Coming to the first one, biometry. Now, what is biometry? It is nothing but biostatistics, which deals with the problem of biology. Biology and Jiva Shastra. Okay, which deals with the problems in biology, human beings, the plants, animals. That has been their biometry has been considered. Okay, so biometry is nothing but biostatistics, which deals with the problem in biology. Okay, demography. Now, what is demography? I think you have learned what is demography, where you study the human population. Okay, so your statistics is applied for demography, for the study of human population. How will you study the human population? By conducting census. Okay, by conducting census. And when census is conducted? Once in 10 years. Okay, last census was conducted when? In 2010. In 2000, if last census was conducted in 2001, when will be the next census will be conducted? In the year 2011. Okay, after 10 years. Once in 10 years, census will be conducted. Then only you can study the human population. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we apply statistics in human population, and that is to be considered as demography. Next one is econometrics. Okay, econometrics is nothing but you apply statistics for economics. Okay, you apply statistics in economics. Now you are learning, you have a subject economics. What you will be you have to learn. Okay, statistics in economics also. So what they do is they prove or disprove the theories of economy. So there are various theory of marginal utility, the demand, there's a law of demand, law of supply. So for all these theories, they apply statistical tool to see whether the theory made are right or wrong. So it is considered to be as econometrics. I hope you understood the first three. Biometry is where it deals with the problem in biology. Demography is this, where we study about the human population, Janasankhya. Okay. Third one, econometrics, is where it is a tool where you make a study on economics, theories of economics. Okay, whether it is right or wrong. Fourth one is use statistical quality control. Now your quality control, quality means what? To see whether it is good, bad. Okay, so now this statistical quality control is applied where you make production, manufactured goods. Okay, before you market, consider ಈಗ ನೀವು 100% ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಕೊಕೊನಟ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆನಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. It will go under a loss. So before it could go under a loss, what you have to do? You have to make a statistical quality control test. So what you do there? You apply the statistics to find what quality of your product, the quality of the product. Okay, if the quality is not good, you can make some changes. Then you will come to, before going to complete loss, you make the study to know the quality of your particular product. So statistical quality control is actuarial science. Now what is this actuarial science? It is nothing but statistics in the field of, it is insurance. Okay, it is insurance, not science. Actuarial science is statistics in the field of insurance. Here what happens is, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್, when you have an insurance, there will be premium given. Okay, discount, premium, all this will be there. So to know what is the premium to be given to a particular individual or the person, that calculation is made based on actuarial science. Okay, so actuarial science is nothing but study of in the field of insurance, basically for the field of to know the premium to be given to the particular individual. Okay, stylometry, sixth one, stylometry. So here it is study of literature. So your literature is nothing but the written words, written language. Okay, so here what happens? They apply statistics for making comparison. Okay, comparison ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ದು literary style, ನಿಮ್ದು writing style, each person has different writing style. So our comparison ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ from one person to another, stylometry is used. Okay, to make comparison in of one literary style with the another, stylometry is being used. Last one, psychometry. So now what is psychometry? So psychometry, psycho means psychological problems, all about your brain. So to find, okay, to deal with the problems of psychology, psychometry is big. I hope you understood the meaning. So these all you should know. What is biometry? Especially this biometry is being asked many times in every year. They will ask this question. Okay, what is biometry? So you have to write which deals with the problem in biology. If they ask you what is demography, it is the study of human population. So what is stylometry? Which studies in literature, statistics in literature. So I hope you understood the difference between statistical methods and applied statistics. So statistical methods are nothing but it is a mathematical statistics, okay, which is the analysis of a numerical data, and it is one type of tool for making particular decision. Okay, whereas applied statistics is nothing but you apply a particular statistic, but a particular method into various fields like industry, commerce, agriculture, science, or any other fields, any other required. So I hope you are clear with branches of statistics. So when if they ask you branches of statistics, so this question they may ask you for 2 marks, like what are the branches of statistics? So you have to write statistical methods, applied statistics. Okay, and this applied statistics, so this will be asked for 1 marks. Okay, next concept, functions of statistics. Now you know the meaning, what is statistics, what are the features of statistics, you know. Okay, so now we will know what are the functions of statistics. If you know the meaning and features, it is easy for you to write the functions. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ functions ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ easy ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, how it is being used, how statistics is being used, what is the benefit of using statistics. Or even they can ask you if in the question paper, benefits of statistics, ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ನಿಮಗೆ functions ಬರೀಬಹುದು. You can write the functions. So first one, it presents the facts in a definite form. Okay, it presents the facts in a definite form. Now what does definite mean? Okay, so whenever students remember, when you are reading a particular sentence, you should know the meaning of a particular word. If you know the meaning of a particular word, it is easy for you to write the explanation of a given point. So first you should know, okay, it presents the fact in a definite form. What is definite? Okay, what is definite? It is nothing but clearly state. Okay, you clearly state or give your true or correct information. Okay, you clearly state a given fact. So what statistics, with the help of figures, what happens, we can represent it in a true manner. So namge iga raw data sigutte, so we can represent it in a true manner. Only numerical can be represented in a true manner. So if without when you collect the data and simply if you give your conclusion, what happens, it will not be a definite form, it will be an indefinite form, where it will be a misleading information, it will give you a misleading information. So nimdu study, statistical study ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ you can give your final conclusion. So you can present a data in a definite form only when you have proper facts and true facts, okay, which can be clearly stated. Okay, that is more important. So if you are giving a conclusion, if you want to give a particular conclusion, you should have facts, the definite facts, the true facts. If the facts are wrong, you cannot give proper conclusion, you cannot give your suggestion to the particular information that you have collected. So that is all about it presents facts in definite form. So remember, statistics is always presented in a true form. Okay, the whatever the facts are collected, it should be true and it should give you a correct information. Second one, it simplifies and condenses the size of the data. So what happens here? Simplifies and condenses. What do you mean by simplify? You simplify. Even you mathsally, I think you have they will give you a question. Simplify and one problem. They will give you addition. What you do? You simplify it and you will find one solution. Same way in statistics also. Whatever the data you collect, ನೀವು ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಓಕೆ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ದ ರಾ ಡೇಟಾ okay the input whatever you have got you have to properly simplify it and reduce the size so reduce the size and then in your final answer ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ the valid answer that is the reduction of the size of the particular data starting ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ proper size ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ that is more important so whatever the complex or difficult data you get at the beginning has to be simplified to a meaningful and simple form that is more important okay third one it facilitates comparison so what do you mean by comparison what do you mean by comparison you compare a particular thing with another okay now I compare coffee with tea which is good you can make comparison whether tea is good or coffee is good so here in statistics it will help you to make comparison now if you want to know the production okay if you want to know about the production of the last year and this year you can make easy comparison based on statistics you can make easy comparison based on statistics okay next fourth one it enriches our knowledge and widens our experience so what happens as and when okay ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಓದಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ but as and when you learn as and when you read you will understand what statistics is so ಈಗ ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ okay ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ okay for that purpose even statistics what it will do it will enhance your knowledge it will develop your knowledge and also your experience now you may find it little difficult okay statistics is something called maths where I have to apply big formulas and all that but no but as and when you apply statistics you will find it very interesting very easy okay that is something called what you say some different technique about statistics so statistics what it does it will develop your knowledge and also your experience of how you have to use statistics into different fields okay ಯಾವ study ಗೆ ಯಾವ test apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ idea ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ okay next one it helps in formulating the policies so what do you mean by policy policy is nothing but principle okay you can say as not the principal of the college principle is nothing but rules okay to make any rules especially this is used where in the government national international state level so if government has to frame any particular rule saying that the demand should be less okay if they have to frame they have to make the study based on the statistics of the previous years that is more important okay so now statistics will help in formulating these policies especially for the state national and global level especially for this business organizations also if they have to frame a particular policy it will be very helpful especially in the field of financing okay where how to increase the price of a particular product all can be done with the help of statistics if you have to do a marketing even there it will be very much helpful next one it helps in business forecasting now what is this forecasting okay forecasting is nothing but assumption not assumption it is you predict for the future, not your assumption. It is something called you predict for your future. Okay, ಈಗ ಇವತ್ತು ಮೋಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮೋಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಓ ಸಂಜೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಾಟ್ ಟುಡೇ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ, ಓಕೆ ಮೇಬಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರೈನ್, ಹೆವಿಲಿ ರೈನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ you predict, okay, you forecast. So here statistics will help you to forecast, to make future predictions. Okay, it helps you to make future predictions. How it will help? By applying various techniques like time series. Time series andre to know what is the how you can predict for the next upcoming 5 years. Okay, our 5 years idu production data ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So ಆ 5 years production ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು next 5 years production ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can predict, like it will not be exact, true ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ, ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು ಇನ್ ಫೋರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, even in the government sectors, even in the agriculture field, the climatic conditions, ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ it will be helpful. Statistics has been helpful. And the last one, it helps in framing the and testing the hypothesis. Now what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is nothing but assumption. So you will not understand it now. Okay, so assumption. So when you say hypothesis, is actually the meaning of hypothesis is assumption. In statistical language we call as hypothesis. So in our research ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ hypothesis ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. So hypothesis is nothing but it is an idea. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ idea or ನಿಮ್ಮ explanation for something. Okay, consider anything. Okay, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಒಂದು idea ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ that answer, okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ idea actually prove ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, what idea or what explanation you have given is not yet proved, it is just your assumption, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so it helps in framing and testing hypothesis. So based on statistical numerical data, it will help us to frame hypothesis. Now this hypothesis, ಈ concept hypothesis ನೀವು next second year ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ hypothesis ಹೇಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಈಗ ನಾವು PhD, I do not know what you know about PhD, the research. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಜೆಷನ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೈಪೋಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಸಾಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಅಸಾಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೈಕ್ chi-square ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಸಾಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ರೈಟ್, proved it is right or wrong. That is hypothesis. So this statistics data will help you in framing and also testing the hypothesis. How you can test the hypothesis? Only by applying the statistical methods. Okay, I hope you are clear with functions. I will brief you about it. So first one, it presents the facts in a definite form. So it means whatever data you collect, it should be true. Okay, mixture of data, okay, ella ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, misleading ಇರುತ್ತೆ, information misleading ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So it simplifies and condenses the size of data. So obviously statistical starting ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, raw fresh ಎಲ್ಲ mixed data ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ analyze ಮಾಡಿ interpretation ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ simplified size of data ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it facilitates comparison, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಡೇಟಾ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಪ್ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದ್ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಈಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆನಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆನಾ, ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. It enriches our knowledge and widens our experience. So as and when you learn, keep on learning statistics, what happens? It will develop the knowledge about the statistics and also ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. It helps in framing the policies or formulating the policies, especially ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ರೂಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ವೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಯಾವ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ they can frame a particular policy or principle. It helps in business forecasting. So you can predict for your future. Future ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಏನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, and the last one is it helps in framing and testing the hypothesis. So what happens, ನಿಮ್ಮ assumption, ನಿಮ್ಮ answer or ನಿಮ್ಮ explanation ಅನ್ನ right or wrong ಅಂತ prove ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು hypothesis test ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So how you can make this test? Based on the statistical methods, statistical techniques. Next concept, the limitations of statistics. I'm running out with the time, students. I think 5 more minutes, I'll do it. Okay, limitations of statistics. First one, it does not deal with an individual. Obviously, first day ಇಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ for example, Lakshmi is a tall girl. Okay, ಈ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡು can we make a study? No, obviously Lakshmi, obviously she is tall ಅಂದ್ರೆ okay, it is proved. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಅವಳು ಟಾಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಳ ಹೈಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ in the first PUC 25 students, the height of 25 students is so much. ಅಂದ್ರೆ a group of students ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So when it comes in statistics, we cannot deal with that individual. ನಮಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. That is the first limitation. What do you mean by limitation? Okay, disadvantage, the drawback.